That was a Matt Danger original.
Oh, do you like that? Yeah. Just a thing. Just a thing. What's up, everybody?
Hello, fellow coin nerds.
Fellow coin nerds. Welcome to the party.
So you composed that?
I did, yeah.
Using AI or
a little bit, yeah. So a little bit of AI and a little bit of just some creative editing and make music, man.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Well, I want to put up the Borat right. Very nice.
So hi everybody, how we doing? I see a bunch of people piled in. Hey, everybody pause real quick. Hit that like button for me, please, real fast, and then I won't bug you again. I promise.
Yeah,
everybody
just won't ask you again,
and then I'll leave you alone.
But if not, then we're gonna pound you with it all night.
I might come after you. So are you ready for the show tonight, buddy?
I am so ready.
I know, me too. I don't know why I'm like fired up. I had a really long day, but I'm ready to rock.
Yeah, there are certain nights when it's like you want to be here and you're ready to go, but there are certain nights that you're really fired up.
Yeah, I know.
That's one of the nights.
We got a new kind of twist on your coolest thing we're gonna run with tonight, which will be fun.
Yeah, I think people are gonna like that.
I think so too. You guys may become our champion. Mike and I'll explain it to you when we get there. But
yeah, we're gonna introduce a little bit more of a competitive aspect
to it, and
we like being competitive.
Yeah, well, I mean that leads to more smack talk. Why not?
Yes, absolutely.
Let me just kind of rattle through the chat here real quick. I see Jack Young, Jack Riley, George in Texas, Nick on Demon, David's the Blues. I love that name. Bradley Stegg, Dandy Dave, George in Texas.
If you could just drop us a like, we'd appreciate it.
Yoke fan, hello. Keep scrolling here. I see Jack Riley, Jack Young, Arthur, hello, sir.
I need to do it myself.
KC Coin Guy. Everybody is popping in. Mike from Maryland. Nick Davies. I see you, boy. Taco John. What a name. I love that name too. Boy. There's some great names in the chat. You guys are awesome. Custom Steve.
Oh, I love our listeners.
I know. We got people watching from Maryland, from Dallas. I mean, it's amazing. Obviously, we have somebody from Kansas City. KC Coin Guy's here. You guys just are awesome, and you guys are joining us for your Saturday night, which is crazy I know it's nuts.
Yeah,
but here we are. So we have the unnamed source is hiding tonight. He's here with us as well. He's going to
be behind the glass.
He is behind the glass. He's
going to be the guy that's handling the chat and and all the stuff that goes on, so that me and Matt can concentrate on bringing you a quality show.
Yeah,
for the first time.
Tennessee, south of Dallas. I love it. It's like a awesome map.
I also want to tell everybody about our friends, friends of the Coin Show.
Yeah.
So there are a couple of people that like to hang out around us. You will find many of them on live Coin Q&A. They have a group on Facebook called Coin Q&A. You can also catch them live on Monday nights. There's almost always at least one of them in here. So I urge you to check them out on YouTube on Monday nights at 8 Eastern. And let's see. He's a silver stacker.
Yeah.
He participates in he participates in our chats and all that stuff all the time. He almost never gets to make it to this show because he's running an auction.
Yeah.
So after we're done, head over to Whatnot, check out his auctions, see what's going on there.
Look at
and here you go. There you go.
We got Tennessee, Texas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Oregon, South Dakota, West Virginia, Texas again, South Dakota again, and KC Coin Guy got his package. So perfect. Awesome. I'm glad. Awesome. There's Shanana right there. Hello.
I don't see Shanana.
It's in Facebook or in YouTube.
Okay. There he is. Now I see him. Yeah. Indigon Demon.
Yeah. All right. You ready to start this thing? We're just gonna start.
Let's crank this puppy up and
all right, buddy. I'm not hitting nothing. You just started. Right. I edit these things now, so
it is episode 239 of the Coin Show podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And on tonight's episode, we are going to take a look at your coolest thing, put a new twist on it.
Love it.
we are going to talk about a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world of coins right now. We are going to interact with our listeners via chat.
Take some questions.
And, take some questions and see what we can do to entertain them. Take requests.
Ooh, Freebird.
But first, as always, the news.
Here it is. Whose news brought to you by?
News is brought to us by Sidewalks, keeping those darn kids off your grass for over 100 years. Sidewalks.
What? But don't you know that you don't own the part between the sidewalk and the street?
No, you don't. But if you have a sidewalk, you can tell them to get off your grass.
Okay, that's true, I guess. Man, did you do that? Are you that guy?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Although I have some problems with some of the people and their dogs, but
hell yeah, pick up after your
dog guy, so I understand they got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't always have a bag with you.
I know nobody wants to walk around with a bag of turds, but I mean you got to. It's your dog.
Sometimes it's your dog. Your dog turds. News is brought to us by dog turds.
No, can't have that.
No. So the Royal Mint has done something correctly that grading services tried to do probably 20 years ago incorrectly.
Okay, what was this?
So everybody has seen a holder from NGC or PCGS that says first strike.
Sure.
Early releases. But it doesn't really mean anything as far as, the order in which they are coined.
Right.
So the Royal Mint
get to the grading company before a certain date.
Yeah. So the Royal Mint has partnered with Stack's Bowers to sell the first strikes, the actual first strikes of these coins.
It's like the very first strike or like
the very first strikes. So you will be able to acquire one or several of the historic first strike coins that were not available to collectors because they were put aside for.
They're taking it to the next level of really actually giving you the first
strike. Yeah. That's kind of the whole point. So they're going to offer, let's see, they're going to partner with Stack's Bowers and they're going to certify them as, the first ones. And a lot of the ones from this are going to be 2023 Coronation coins, silver and gold. 2023 Coronation Britannias and 2024 Britannia and Liberty 1 ounce gold.
But how many, obviously that's not a lot of coins. I mean, but this is we're looking at a couple dozen coins, maybe total. A dozen.
It's I think it is maybe the first 10 of each type, maybe, okay. Or it's some small, but it's a really small number, and it was the actual first coins.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I would expect to see some proof-like surfaces on pretty much every single one of these.
That's what I was saying, because it's if you get the very first one struck, it's only one coin, and you can only, there's only so many coins they make every year.
So, yeah, no, I don't think Stack's Bowers would contract for 6 coins.
Yeah, well, I mean,
just saying. Don't know.
Interesting story.
The New Jersey governor has enacted tax exemption for investment bullion and coins. It's about time.
Good job, New Jersey.
Yes. Awesome. Now New Jersey joins the other 47 states.
Right.
That don't have tax on coins and bullion and investment.
Yeah, they certainly have. I mean, every state's a little bit different. I know that Indiana and Illinois are a little bit different from each other. But for the most part, we are pretty much exempt on almost everything. And I know you guys are exempt on actually more things than we are, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
Yeah. No, it only makes common sense, to have no sales tax on this stuff. It's just
right. Yeah, you don't pay sales tax when you're buying stocks. So
no, you only pay tax on the income you make from them.
That's right. Same kind of thing. So, cool. Good job, New Jersey. You guys are knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good job, New Jersey. I had a thought and I lost it. The Coin Week has a really cool story about how the world's largest gold bars got made. And this goes way back in time in this story. It's a good article. You should go back. You should go through this and read it. But they're talking about two exceptionally large bars that were made during the 19th century. So one of them was a bar weighing 6,127.78 troy ounces.
That's a big bar.
It is a huge bar. And the second one was cast from an output of 3 Montana mines and weighed 6,995 troy ounces.
That is also a very large bar. I'm trying to see if there are any pictures of them, but I guess I don't see any.
Yeah, no. So the one bar had a very large amount of silver in it. So the bar, let's see, it was the 6127 troy ounce bar from North Bloomfield was a result of a single cleanup after 20 days of continuous running. The bar contained 0.897 fine native gold.
So I scrolled down for a ways and I found the world's current largest.
Well, that's the current bar. Yeah, and I'm getting to it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Continue.
So, it had a total value, or it has a total value of $114,000, right? And that's $113,000 in gold. It is $683 in silver. But the Broadwater bar was more pure. Or no, it was 0.689 gold and 0.311 silver.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So those bars eventually were destroyed anyway. And now we have, there are still people that want to compete. And so there's a mint that currently has minted a 250,000 gram bar,
which is 8,038 troy ounces for those of you wanting to do the math.
Close enough to make the record. And this is pure.
I think that's just like,
how are you going to pick it up?
Well, you're not, but
forklift.
Yeah, but I think that is just like one of those things. It's like, why are you doing this? And the answer is because they can.
Yes.
I mean,
why does man climb a mountain?
It's just the ultimate show of wealth. Like, hey guys, let's make a bar.
There's money, and then there's FU money kind of thing. Yeah, and this can only be owned by somebody who has just money to burn.
I think it's probably owned by this corporation, right? See, it's
but this has been certified. It has a Guinness World Record.
That's crazy. So Mitsubishi Metals Corporation, a subsidiary of Mitsubishi, and it's on display at the Toy Gold Museum in Japan. Wow.
Yeah.
Nuts. Bananas.
Mitsubishi being Japanese for 3 diamonds.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
The United States Mint has released the 2024 uncirculated mint sets.
Okay.
They started out with sales of 136,631. You know what this says to me? Do you remember when they made that 200,000 what was it? It was the enhanced uncirculated sets.
Yes.
And they sold out, within 10 minutes.
I do remember that.
This wouldn't even make that.
Yeah. No, that's nuts.
136,000 sets. That's it. And a lot of those are coin shops like me that are ordering 20, 25, 30 of them.
I mean, again, I think this all just boils back down to the fact that they're making so much stuff. They're making so many different things every year that people's attention gets spread out, or they lose their attention because they can't decide which thing they're going to buy. So they just kind of,
Well, it's like, the ending sales for most of the mint sets now is ending somewhere around 200, 230, 250.
Yeah.
Last year's, they're still available, but they haven't broken 3,000, or they haven't broken 200,000 yet.
Yeah. I mean, look at back in like 2007, though. Look at this, 2007, almost 900,000 sets. That's not good, friends. You go from 900,000 to 183,000 in, 15 years. That's not good.
People are not collecting the way they used to.
Well, people just don't want glorified change in a fancy packaging anymore.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. Is this what they want? Next story.
Maybe.
So the United States Mint now has a 2024 proof Palladium Eagle.
Again, no, probably not. Probably not what they're after. And maybe
that's what I'm saying.
Maybe they're finally listening to me after all these years that modern coins suck. So that's, I think, what it is. They just listen to me finally.
The Palladium Eagle 4-day started sales 1,473.
Yeah,
there's only a maximum mintage of 7,500, and they couldn't even sell that out.
Yeah, they sold 4-day sales of 1,473. Well, what's the price? I mean, what? Let's see. They're priced at
$1,900.
1,900.
Yeah.
Okay, and Palladium's what? 900 or 1,000?
Palladium's like, I want to say it's right around 1,000, a little bit under, because platinum is just at, and Palladium's a little under it.
So it's right here. It's right here on the thing. Today it closed at 1,062. So
there's so Palladium is proud of platinum.
$850 markup. Well, no wonder people aren't buying them. Duh. That's goofy. But I mean, you look at
what I really
you look at the
really hate about these Eagles though is that they the first year was a proof, the second year was a reverse proof, third year was an uncirculated one. Right? Then in 21 they made another proof. 22 they made a reverse proof. They made it an uncirculated one last year, so that means this should be a proof again. So that's what this is. It's just a pattern.
Yeah, again, like I said, you just got to look at the markup, though. I think that's where they're losing the traction. If they mark this thing up like $300 over melt, I think they would sell a heck of a lot more of them, but they're just not.
I don't think they want to sell them. I really wonder if they want to.
Well, when you look at Silver Eagles, they sell quite a bit more of the Silver Eagles, but they mark those things up like what, 3 times their melt value? So I mean, I get it, but the Gold Eagle proofs are like $300 or $400 over. So, of course they sell quite a few more of those.
I will offer this. I work in a major city in a financial center of that city.
Yeah,
and we don't really sell a lot of Palladium at all. We don't sell a lot of platinum either. It's mostly gold and silver.
Yeah, I mean,
those are the two main ones. My thing is that so we have Palladium maple leaves,
right?
Because they're easy to find and they're cheap. So I just don't. It's like we get like 2 or 3 of them. We sit on them forever. I just don't see any reason to buy these, and particularly not to pay twice melt for them.
Yeah,
they're not a collector coin.
I guess I can't say I disagree with you.
You disagree with me?
I said I guess I can't say that I disagree with you.
I would hope not. This next story is about an amazing proof hike dollar off metal pair. Yeah, I know. It's like,
let's just have some fun at the Mint while the doors are closed, and we'll just start making stuff for our friends, and that's how you end up with these things.
Yes. And yeah. So this is a nickel and a dime.
So it's a nickel planchet here on the bottom and a dime planchet here on the top, and they set them in the coining chamber and then brought the dies together, and this is what you end up with.
Yeah. And the reverse is kind of the same. They really do fit together. The reverse, I think, fits together better than the outwards.
Yeah. I mean, and they will. When they get struck like that, they'll fit together. But it's just this is some.
No, I mean the details on it.
Sure,
you can tell that these were set in the chamber next to each other. This wasn't happenstance. This was done on purpose.
And the other thing is they're proof.
And yet, they're allowed to be owned.
Well, sure. Because they can't 100% say that these coins were taken out of the Mint in the oil pan of a forklift, and then they were taken out of that oil pan of the forklift when the oil was changed by a friend of the guy that worked at the Mint. No, they can't say that for sure, but that's what happened.
No, but they can about the aluminum sense, and they can with yeah. It just seems so selective and random to me.
They just, yeah. I mean,
that's what it is. It just seems random to me.
And for air guys, some air guys don't care. Like some air guys just don't give a crap that they were made on purpose. They think they're awesome, and that's great.
Yeah, they like errors, and it's an error, and
yeah, good for you. But for me, it's just kind of like, it's neat to look at, but that's it.
Well, yeah, once you figure out that the ones that are made on purpose just turn me off.
Yeah. I've owned a couple that were made on purpose. I had what was it? It was a 1980 nickel struck on a 1964 cent. Like, something like that. I had that one time.
Yeah.
So
and Custom Steve in our chat says that's not even a genuine error, which is correct. It's not even an error.
Well, it's an error technically, but it's
an error type. But it's not on purpose.
We need to come up with a term.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, the error in judgment is what Jack Young said.
There you go. I like that. Oh, how many phone calls do you got about this next story? You got any yet?
I haven't.
Wow, we've gotten several.
So, yes, last week, and we predicted this. We said this was going to happen in the Hangout.
Yep.
There has been certified a single 1975 no-S proof dime. Now, as well as I know, that if there's one,
yep,
there's more than one.
Yeah, that's right.
But here we are, and Great Collections is selling it, because it's the only one, as a unicorn. I saw an ad for it the other day that had this, a 1913 nickel, and a 33 double eagle.
I saw that,
and I'm like, please.
Well, I mean, but
please.
Jeff Garrett and Scott Schechter say that this is the number one rarest modern coin in the 100 greatest modern U.S. coins book. So, Mike,
well, yeah, because there's only one known.
Being a collector of modern coins, why don't you know this? Huh?
No, there's whatever. There's only one known. That's the problem. But the other problem is that where there's one, there's got to be more. This is a die issue.
Especially, when it's a variety, something
right. It's a die variety. So there's more than one. The problem is nobody cares about proof sets, and particularly 1975 proof sets. But I will guarantee you there were some coin shops that were going through a bunch of proof sets the other day.
Okay, so here we go. Check this out. I find this quite fascinating. In 1978, the Ohio collector and his mother purchased a coin from well-known Chicago coin dealer F.J. Vollmer and Company for $18,200. The second coin was also sold by Vollmer a year later, but for $38,550. So two of these coins exist. They were both sold by the same guy.
Yeah.
That's sus in my mind.
Okay. It is kind of, particularly since those are the only two that are known.
Correct.
But if nobody was looking for it.
Well, people have been looking for them ever since, and nobody's found another one. That's my point.
That's the thing that's sus. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So it's like I have a problem with there are so many 1975 proof sets, and what happens when they come into the shop.
Well, and you also know what happens when the story comes up. People actually start looking at them. I would not be surprised if they don't find a couple more.
I would hope so.
Coming up soon, yeah.
I would seriously hope so.
I would not hope so if I was the guy that is paying over $500,000 for this.
I was Ian Russell. I wouldn't hope so.
Oh, he don't care. Once it sells, it sells. But
right, but until then, he cares very much.
Yeah, well, that's true. But I think this coin was somewhere like $500,000 last I looked at it, which is bananas for 1975 dime. And especially now that the story's gotten so much traction, I think people are going to start looking at their 75 sets.
2.84 million proof sets in 1975.
And again, it wouldn't surprise me if they don't find a couple more of these. Yeah. If they're genuine. I mean, like I said, the fact that they come from one guy, that's super suspicious to me. Like super duper red flags going off in my head.
So what do you think this one's going to go for? The last one went for $516,000.
Well, I think this one's fairly similar. So, I mean, you're $500,000 plus for sure. I don't know. I wonder if maybe we can find.
I'd say the over-under is probably 750.
Let's go look at the auction. I think we can find it here. Yeah, there it is. It's got 43 days left, and it's at $280,000 right now. So there you go.
Only time will tell.
Interesting.
Coinage posts every once in a while just these really great articles about U.S. coinage. And so this one is just one that I want to direct our listeners to. It is talking about the original silver coins from the U.S. Mint in 1794.
Okay.
And, just kind of shows you a little bit about the process, talks about, how they were measured, why they were made, the weight they were, all the kind of inside stuff that goes to making our first coinage, which, if you think about it, there's a bunch of farmers trying to get together, figure out how to run everything. They had to run official weights and measures and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So
we're talking 1790s in the United States that had just become a country not too long before, and here these guys are trying to legitimize their country by issuing currencies that are made by the government, and
then they go on through the history of the U.S. Mint with talking about the pre-Civil War and 3-cent pieces, and the coinage afterwards. The seeded stuff, the peace dollars and things of that nature.
I love it. I love this early stuff.
This is a really good, but see, on the internet, I don't see many articles like this.
No, I mean, this is a good article in the fact that it runs up through the different reasons why these certain coins came into existence, and then it talks about their history. I think it's cool.
And it just goes on and on and on.
On and on. You're not kidding. Wow. Holy cow.
This is something that you should check out. So go to coinage.com.
So
coinagemag.com. And it's how the US dollar began is the name of the
that's a big long article. And I was
a really big long article, but it's juicy and you'll love it.
Boom.
Ron Giglio, and I really apologize if I got that wrong. Ron Giglio has been presented with the Professional Numismatics Guild Harvey G. Stack Lifetime Achievement Award. Do you know Ron?
I don't. I think I've met him in passing a couple times, but he would not know who I was.
Okay. So he is the Numismatics Acquisition Coordinator of Stack's Powers Gallery.
Okay.
So I would say he handles a few big money coins.
He's probably, yeah. I'd say you're probably right.
Yeah. So it says that he is one of the great pioneers of the rare coin industry. He was among the very first coin dealers to venture to Europe and Asia, creating lifelong relationships that led to some of the greatest coin hoards being brought to America.
All right.
He will go down as one of the greatest coin diplomats and deal makers in history. In history. I love Bill Walton. Michael Jordan, the greatest player in NBA history.
Wow.
That was just for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And finally in the news, one of my aspirations, the United States Mint is now accepting applications to the CCAC.
Fill the thing out, Mike. Let's go.
This one is for a member of the general public.
Boom. Goes the
anybody
dynamite.
Can do this.
Go for it.
If I didn't have 50 million things going on, I'd love to.
Yeah.
I really would. Shannon Smith said, good impression. Bill Walton.
Hey, and maybe one of our listeners wants to do it. So, they are looking for a member of the public who is not an official, who is not somebody that is a sculptor, who is not somebody who is in the industry. They want a member.
See, I'm out.
Well, that's true. They want a member of the public to join the CCAC, which helps make the recommendations on coinage designs every year. Coinage
on the vintage levels for commemorative coins, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So they get to recommend which designs they think are the best, and a lot of the times that's what they go with. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested, fill that thing out.
You should. It's good government service. I'm not sure. I think they get paid.
I would bet.
At least they get transportation and things like that to and from Washington because they're always. Sure. But I mean, wouldn't you want to have an impact on the nation's coinage if you could?
Oh, if I could, for sure.
Yeah. So I just think it's like one of the coolest things of all time. And cool. If people have the opportunity, they should do it.
I think you're right.
And that was the news, and it was brought to us by Sidewalks, keeping those darn kids off your grass for over 100 years. Sidewalks.
I love it. I love it.
So let's go to the chat. I was seeing
we got some starred
Georgia, Texas, gone to grill hot dogs, whatever.
Let's hang out for a minute, and then we got some starred questions I think we can go through.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll just hang out for a second, then we'll make
Somebody made it was Chris. Chris made a comment about hold on.
There you go.
No, that wasn't the one I wanted. He was talking about the packaging for the mid set. Was just kind of
the blister packs. I mean, I could do that in my office. I could put coins in blister packs.
Mid such package is a bit crap.
Thank you. I agree. That is a very astute observation, Chris. It is.
I don't know. I mean, I think they do very well with what they do.
They've been getting
for
less,
as little as they pay for it.
Less and less for years. As far as packaging goes.
I collect mint sets. You are preaching to the choir. I have all of them, going all the way back to when, up until the point where they're sealed.
Right.
I have them. So I agree with you from the standpoint of it's getting cheaper and cheaper, and the cardboard may scratch up the coins. It's just all that stuff, and who needs it? Yes, it could definitely be better.
Think about what you just said. The cardboard may scratch up the coins. I mean, there's a little more to say than that right there, my friend.
You don't really need to say much more than that.
Yeah, like, here, guys, do you want to buy these perfect coins? Well, be careful because
but they're not perfect. They're not proofs. They're just mid-set coins.
Packaging they come in might scratch them up. Just saying.
They're just mid-set coins.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, let's start this next segment. We can rattle through some of the questions that we have starred here, and we can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go through some of the stuff that we have in the.
All right, I'll throw it here real quick, and then we'll get going. All right, guys, let's check out some of the listener questions tonight from our live chat. Let's start here with Mike. Mike Fifer asks, how do I send coins to be graded without being a member of PCGS? So my number one recommendation is to call around to your local coin shops and see if any of those guys are submission centers or authorized dealers for either PCGS or NGC. Most coin shops are, and they will help you submit your coins if that's something that they offer. So a lot of times they charge a couple, $5 or $10 to do it for you, and then you pay the rest of the fees and stuff, and there you go. So that's a pretty simple one. Just call around. If you don't have a local shop, that can be a little more difficult.
Yeah, I would highly recommend doing that and having somebody submit them for you,
especially the first time.
It can give you a little bit of guidance on why either you should or should not.
Yeah,
because there's some clear help that your average person, they just want to have the coin graded, and there are some very good reasons why you just shouldn't do that with just any coin.
Yeah, we have people that bring coins in all the time, and most of the time they listen to me, and sometimes they don't.
Well, I mean, that's their prerogative.
I always tell them, I say, this is my opinion. You're welcome to have your own. If you want to send it, let's fill out the paperwork, and that's what it is. So, but a lot of the times they come. We actually have a policy in our office that we can't tell people what their coins graded until they come in to get them, because we've had people not pick up their coins because they didn't grade the way they wanted them to. So they just leave them.
Well, they just walk away?
Yeah, well, it's like the goofy variety stuff that they're like, yeah, this is a double die. We're like, no, it's not. And they're like, yeah, it is. And we're like, no, it's not.
And PCGS says, no, it's not.
PCGS says what I say, no, it's not. And all of a sudden they don't come to get it when my office people say, yep, didn't grade that way. So they just stiff us with the bill. So, yeah, we don't tell them what it is until they come in the door. Sadly. Let's see here. Silver Buff says, heard there's going to be a Privy Mark ASE later in 2024. I didn't know that. Thoughts? Will this be like the 2020 fiasco? Have you heard that?
I know that they're going to put Privy Marks on the penny and nickel in 26. I have heard nothing about a Privy Mark 2024 Silver Eagle. And here's the problem is that by this time of year, everything they're going to make is on the books.
Yeah, maybe next year. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on a second. There is going to be a Privy Mark.
so it's online already.
Well, it's on a website that I'm not familiar with. I don't see it from the Mint, but
It's from a Rockstar Gaming deal.
No. So look right here. Maybe this is. I just had it pulled up here. I went ahead and used the amazing
Google machine.
Yep, I sure did. I don't know if this is done by the Mint or not.
It's a video game tie-in.
I don't know anything about that.
SD Bullion has confirmed it.
Well, here, let me show you what I'm seeing here, everybody, and then you guys can. This is the only story that pops up on the internet right here. Unveiling the 2024 Privy 1 ounce American Eagle BU, and it looks like it just has a star. Now, what is this? Not sure. Couldn't tell you. I don't know. This is all I see, though. Maybe this is something that they were going to do, and then they decided not to. Because if you go to the almighty Google machine, I type in 2024 Privy Mark, and then we can even type in Eagle. The U.S. Mint doesn't show anything there. We see the website I found. And then there's, some YouTube videos about it, but I don't see anything coming from the U.S. Mint about that.
Yeah, I would say that, like I said, by this time of year, it's going to be on the Mint website, at least on there. And then they cancel it. That's usually the way it works.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't see anything that says it's coming down the pipes right now. So that's my question. That's my answer to that. Will it be like the 2020 fiasco? Maybe. I mean, if they even get it done. Like I said, it sounds like there was some talk about
2020 has its own set of circumstances, though. That's just kind
right. That was the rat race days. The rat race days are over. So, with the ordering and the US Mint website, nowadays they've gotten smart and they're just kind of minting to order a lot of these things so that there's not that rat race for the certain set amount. So that's stopped a lot of that.
Mike McClanahan says, I'm finding myself buying more and more coins online, albeit from only a few trusted dealers. What are some red flags for collectors to watch out for from online coin sellers?
Well,
I would say that communication is key. So it's how well they describe stuff, how available they are. And I would look for things, the typical tricks like blurry pictures, oblique angles, things like that. Because if you're trying to hide something, it's pretty easy to do, but it also gives itself away so much.
Yeah, and kind of crappy old websites too. Sometimes that's kind of an issue.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I can think of, I guess. Mike, looks like you had another question here. Mike also asked, I've only attended local and regional shows. Which of the big national shows should I try to attend in the future? Well, friend, number one, first and foremost, is the A&A. It's the biggest coin show in the country. It is the nexus of the coin nerd galaxy for a week. It just is what it is. It's the center of all coin nerddom. Everybody that's there, anybody is at these shows. It's the one. But depending on which part of the country you're in as well, I mean, there's several other shows to get to. You have like Central Stage for the people here in the Midwest, the Baltimore Expositions for you East Coasters. They do those 3 times a year. West Coasters, they had Long Beach, but it seems like Long Beach is kind of fizzling out from what I hear from the people that were there. And then down in Florida, they had the Fun Show every year. They do a summer fun and a winter fun. Those are also big shows. And that's really about it of the ones I would recommend at the moment. There's some new ones trying to start up, but from what I hear, they're kind of sort of running into some issues with getting the public to show up. And so I don't know. I don't know about those. But yeah, that's the ones that if you get a chance to go to those shows, I would go. So.
And Davies, does CAC stickering fluctuate on when they accept submissions?
The only time I know that they don't is when they post that they're going to be either at a show or on vacation. I don't think other than that, there's a time.
It's only when they get completely buried And they're actually doing you a favor instead of like some of the other services that just take them.
I'll just take your order and let it sit there. Yeah. No, as far as I know,
it may not. No, I'm not going to say that, but
yeah, as far as I know, there's no fluctuation on when they take them, except for when they attend the big shows, which they put an out of office thing up and say, "Hey, please don't ship them to us at this time." And then they also do they take a vacation, which is fine. I mean, everybody needs a vacation, so they post it as well.
Mike has another question.
Okay,
what do you think about this flowing hair anniversary coin? Will this coin be a hit for collectors or a bust?
Is this the mint metal?
Bust? It's cute.
Is this the mint metal that they're putting out?
Yes, it's going to be the silver metal that's going to come out, flowing hair design, small eagle reverse.
I like it. I think I'm going to buy some of these. I think. Will it be a hit for collectors? Yeah, I think so, because it's not an actual coin, so there's not going to be this like people that have to have it to finish their set and to finish their collection for this year and that year. No, it's a metal. So I mean, it's while it looks for all intents and purposes just like the coin, it is not technically denominated. So I think that takes out some of the rat race mentality.
Let me frame this a little bit differently, because I think that everybody asked that question, and that's a really great question, but that's not the question they're asking.
What is the question? What do you parse it for me?
No, what I'm saying is you answered the question they're asking, but I don't think the question they're asking is really the question they want to know the answer to. So, as far as the high relief, would you consider the Jefferson's Liberty for a spouse coin to be a success? Would you consider it to be a hit?
Me?
Yes.
No, those are melters. They
Why?
get melted because nobody bought them.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
But actually, they did. They sold out from the mint, right?
But the secondary market doesn't care.
Okay, now here's my point. Are they asking, is it going to be a hit with collectors? Or are they asking, is it going to be a good hit to flip later down the road?
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
what I'm saying, that's a completely different question. And I think that's more times than not what they're asking.
I think the flipping days are over. I think they're done.
So my thing is if you like the coin, buy it. And that will make it a hit. But the days of flipping stuff really are over.
Yeah.
You're not going to buy stuff off the Mint website and flip it on eBay anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's actually a net positive in my opinion. So
yes.
Silver buff. What are good at collecting coins, graded or raw? What do you see gaining more sales? Okay. Graded or raw, so that could be literally anything. And what do you see gaining more sales? I mean, there's always those popular series. If you ever want to look at coin series that are going to remain popular and potentially gain more collectors, you got to look at the old faithfuls, the Lincoln cents, the Morgan dollars, that kind of stuff for stuff that I think is going to either maintain popularity or continue to maybe increase over time. I definitely would not start collecting like seeded half dimes by die pair. I don't think that's going to work out well for you.
Nickel 3-cent pieces
or Jefferson nickels, or no, it's just you got to stick with the old faithful stuff, I think, in my opinion. So there you go.
Yeah. Let's see. James Crandall. So his comment is that the flowing hair design is out of many collectors' budgets. And it's a good point, that it's out of your budget and it's a chance. So I guess as far as collectors go, it is literally about how true is it to the original design.
Yeah.
And I think that particularly with the CNC machines that they have now, they're going to be very, very faithful.
They got the Morgans and the P-Stars right as far as the design goes.
Yeah.
They got those pretty darn faithful. So I think we're looking at something that's going to be nice. It's going to look like the original. It's just going to have a different finish. So
well, it's not only going to look like the original, but it's going to look like no original that you've probably ever seen.
Oh,
and
that's true.
therein is kind of weird, because you're going to see one in a state.
That's why I like those coins, because those coins are so crude in the first place that you've got you can literally look at letters with the loop and see, oh, okay, well that's where they recut this letter and did that with the die, and that's why I like them, because I'm a big fat nerd and I really like to dive down into this stuff. So yeah, that's me.
And then Indigon says, if flipping is dead, why is anyone surprised that U.S. Mint sales are tanked?
Ding, ding, ding. There you go. See?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Full circle.
Right. It just doesn't matter that sales have tanked.
Yeah.
And my hope is that the people that are buying them are the people that want them.
Right. The people that were getting hosed before and having to go out in the secondary market and paying 3 times what the stuff was worth just to get one, those are the people I think should be getting them now. And I think hopefully they are. So
I could not agree more.
There you go. All right, buddy. Well, do you want to debut our new Your Coolest Thing segment now?
Yeah, I think it's time to tweak an old friend.
Yep. We are going to be doing something a little bit different, guys, because of the sheer volume of submissions we were getting to the Your Coolest Thing. Sometimes we would
popular, and we love you guys for it.
Correct. We have 80, 90, 100, 120 submissions sometimes, and it's a lot to get through. So Mike and I have an idea, and if you guys like this, we're going to keep doing it. We're going to look at everything that you guys have, and each of us is going to pick our favorite one from the submissions, and they're going to be our champion, basically, and they're going to go to battle for us. So if you submit a coin that I think is awesome and I pick it, it's going to go to battle for me, and then same for Mike. Mike picks one, and then we'll have a poll. And from there, you guys get to decide who the winner is.
So we still get to play Matt versus Mike.
Right.
And you guys get to show off your stuff.
Get to show off all your stuff. So, Mike, hey, I know you were wanting to look through here, and you said you had thought you had made your mind up.
I've made my selection. There's no question.
Okay. So let me see if I can guess what your selection was. Oops. Ooh,
well, do we want to kind of go through some of the stuff, or
I'm just kind of scrolling through here first as I went ahead and screwed everything up here. So let me just get back where it was. Joe shows us his 16 quarter, which I love a nice 16.
Hard to beat.
I know.
That's tough to beat.
Complete set of dimes there. Dave's got a banger of a 3-cent silver.
Yes. Rainbow toning, target toned.
Is that the one you picked? I think it is.
Oh.
No. Ooh. Arthur shows us all sorts of his cool Norfed stuff. Some of that stuff is really rare, actually.
Yeah.
Especially these gold. Are those gold? I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the silver coins are coins. I'm not sure about the.
Jack shows us one of these. These are actually really cool. These micro OVAMs. So the cool story about these is these guys actually were determined to be counterfeits, contemporary counterfeits, and for quite a while, Annex certified them as genuine because everybody thought they were.
Well, there are other dates that have a micro O.
There are,
but not this one.
But that particular group of counterfeits, they determined that they were actually counterfeits. There's, I think, 3 or 4 different ones. Ooh, that's a pretty note right there.
Awfully good.
$5 educational. I mean, how can you argue with that?
And as well described as a bucket lister.
1864 large ones, piece. Our friend Leanna would be really proud of this. The rectangle coins were making a showing.
Oh,
yep. Somebody got really angry at this coin to just make sure that it was genuine, and
maybe they found out it was Slab Daddies.
Yeah, probably. Those are cool. I've always liked trade chop mark coins, and they really went to town on that coin.
Yeah, they
wanted
did.
You to know that it was real.
But this one really made the rounds. I mean, think about how far this one must have traveled.
Yep. Here's a cool one. SVDB and VF20. Oh, Brent with his hobo nickels.
Yes.
That's cool too. Ooh. That coin's beautiful.
That coin is beautiful.
ADS and 66 PO.
Do you know how hard it is to get an ADS and 66 proof?
Well, yeah. I mean, most of those coins are beat up because they've bounced around in bags forever.
Well, yeah, but ADSs in general, right, are generally really, really nice.
Yeah.
It's like almost all of them are nice. So to get one that's actually proof-like and in a 60,
and that they will call proof-like,
right?
They're almost all proof-like,
right? That's what I'm saying. Is so to get one to actually call proof-like in a 66, that's a monster coin.
Yep. Ernesto shows us some cool stuff he picked up at Long Beach. I have to ask him how was Long Beach. I heard it was kind of.
I heard it was very slow.
Yep. Ooh, another coin from Brent.
Half made by Brent.
Little Mermaid vibes going on there.
Yeah.
Ooh, 16D dimes. I love those things. Oh man, what's going on here? I want to read this one. A couple of quarters, I found the dirt motocross track at work. My guess is a few years of being dirty, the cladding got worn off. No, actually, what happens is these coins sometimes, if they go into a clay surface or a clay soil, they will turn brown like that. I think it has to do with some kind of the minerals in the soil will actually make them turn brown. The clad's still there. They just turn brown for some reason.
Yes. I don't even think it's a chemical reaction. I think it's just a coating.
It could be.
Yeah.
Oh.
1965 pesos. Hidalgo.
Little chunk of gold. Bob's got a 95S dollar. That's nice.
That's nice.
Ooh, panda set. Man, you guys really brought it.
These guys brought it today.
This is going to be difficult.
They've outdone themselves.
Brian, ooh, 73 halves. Is it a half or a dollar? It's a half, yeah.
Yeah, it's a half. You know, there was an Iranian.
Sorry, I'm just kind of I'm almost like window shopping here. We saw that guy, didn't we? I don't know. This is
the micro. Yeah,
it's a different one. Is that a different micro than the one that's up here? Hold on a second. Yeah, that's a different one.
It's a different one.
Wow.
That's an overachiever.
Yeah. Did we get a double dipper? Is Jack a double dipper?
Speaking of which, here we go with T the Silver Stacker.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, it's from one of his Whatnot shows, too.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's Mexican Independence Day.
Hey, Jody, look at that. Cousin sent you that out of the blue. That is a heck of a cousin right there. I'll tell you what.
They sent you money.
Yeah, Bernie says got a thin North American medal. Those are awesome.
Those are nice.
Leather
50 million mark not geld note.
It's made out of leather. That's pretty cool. Oh, Harry Bass pedigree. Man, it's an overdate, 46 over 50. Tough coin. Brother, can you spare a dime unemployment token?
Yep. And unemployment token.
Yeah, got Corey bringing another William Henry Harrison medal. That dude is 8 up with William Henry Harrison.
Yeah, and for the wrong reason, because he's local to him. I always thought it was because he was, president for 41 days.
Yeah.
There's just not that much stuff. No, that's not why.
That looks like old ICG toning. Almost. Some of that bullseye stuff you get from those old ICG holders.
Yeah.
Probably my 1942 dime I found in the till at work. Heck yeah, that's a great find out of the drawer. Challenge coins are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie even knows he's double dipping. Look, I know I'm double dipping. Bernie. Germany and Africa. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'll allow it.
Bernie.
I'll allow it.
So,
all right. So which one?
Out of all these,
your champion, buddy.
My champion is without question.
Right here, right?
The 46 over 50.
Okay.
10 from the Harry Bass collection.
I did it again. I hit the button again. Man, I'm having a trouble with this one tonight. Where did you go, coin? We're going to get these pictures. And we're going to save these pictures right here, if you don't mind, good sir, Dennis Mendoza. I'm just going to save that picture right there.
That is my champion.
So that is your champion for the fight.
Champion for the fight. That is one hell of a rare coin.
It is. It's a very rare coin. So let's see.
From a magnificent collection.
That is your
pedigree.
That leaves me with a couple of decisions to make here. There's really 3 pieces that really kind of rock my world. Well, 4 maybe. The 16 quarter.
Yeah.
Gotta love a 16 quarter. This one looks really nice. But
yeah, they're so hard to find.
But educational, I mean, look at that thing.
And it's VF too.
It's VF, right?
Yeah.
And I sold it to him. So, like, I almost have to pick that one, right?
Or
no, I'm just kidding. I did sell it to him, but I'm not going to pick that one. And then there's this beautiful ADS dollar. Mm-hmm. But then there's that 3-cent silver up there, too.
Yep.
Oh, I'm going to pick the 16 quarter. I'm going to go with the 16 quarter. Joe Bohannon is going to be my champion for our battle, Mike.
So Barry's going to load up the poll, and you guys are gonna vote for us. So who's going to win? Matt's 16 quarter or
Not
my
mine.
1846 over $5 $10 gold?
My champion.
My champion.
My champion. I love it. So we'll get that right up. It's going to go right up after the show in Friends of the Coin Show on Facebook. If you're not a member of that group, hop in there. Just search it on Facebook. You'll find it. It's called Friends of the Coin Show. There's 6,800 of you guys in there, which is nuts, by the way.
Yes. And we love every single one of you.
Everybody talks about coins in there. There's no buying or selling, so it's great. It's just discussion about numismatics. You don't have to worry about wading through crap that's for sale.
Nope. And there are none of those goofy ads either that sell the fake Morgans. And
we make fun of those.
Oh man, I saw some really bad ones the other day. They were certified Silver Eagles.
Yeah, they're funky.
They actually looked really good too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, which is bad.
Yikes.
So that's pretty much what we got for this week. And
I think you're right.
I think this was fun. It was high energy.
I know. I told you I'm full of it tonight, man. I had a really long. I'm loopy. I think I'm loopy because I was busy as heck today. I was running around like a banshee, waiting. It's busy when I'm working the counter in my office because I have people for that normally. But I was on it today.
So next Saturday we have our hangout.
Yeah.
Or do you want to move it to Sunday during game time?
We might be able to do that. What time's the game?
Oh, it's going to be a noon game. You know that. Well, for you, 1:00. No, you're on Central Time right now.
No, I'm Eastern. We're Eastern now.
Yeah, 1:00.
Let's do that. Let's have a coin hangout while the Colts Bears game is on, so I can have it.
While the Colts are getting spanked by the Bears, it'll be great.
No, I'll have it up here on the other screen, and we can watch it and talk smack to each other and talk about coins.
I don't know if we can have it on the other screen.
Well, I won't have it where they can hear it. I'll be able to see it, but
right. No, we can see it, and you should watch it in your own home.
Yes.
Because the NFL is really funny about copyright.
Yes.
So so let's do that. So next Sunday, for anybody who dares, pass it on to your friends. If you have not tonight, give us a like. We really do appreciate it when you help us out.
Yep.
And we'd like to thank our staff, our Barry behind the glass, the unnamed source tonight.
I kind of want to put him on the stage.
And for
I kind of want to show Barry. Barry, are you okay with it? Oh, he's fixing his hair. Yeah, he's good. Hey, see, Barry's over here just doing his work.
As soon as he heard that he might be on, though, he started scrambling with the hair.
And actually, partway through the show, I saw Barry walking with his laptop, walking through his house. It was funny. We were getting the tour of the house. I think he was doing something. So,
we'd also like to thank Justin and Ernesto, Russ, and Corey,
the Fuzz, and Leanne, and the whole gang,
and Leanna, and everybody else who helps contribute to the show. Thank you to everybody who listened, because without you guys, this whole thing is pointless. Yep. Thanks for listening. We will do. Let's see. The next one's 240.
Yep, 240. That's 10 away.
We're aiming in on it.
The sesquicentennial episode.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I love that word. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.
You too.
All right. Bye, everybody.